Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the look of this guy, Son, who's been on the European scene since his teens and has evolved into a player who's tactically indispensable, and his pace and how good he is in positive transitions makes him perfect for a counter-attacking team.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now that looks a decent ball. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Lahm. Ronaldo going after that. Cruyff chasing after it. No, that's been intercepted. Vieira. Moved on forwards. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Messi. Rummenigge. Messi. Is there any support? He might not need it. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Seedorf. Bellingham.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Great ball if he can get there. He is through here. He's on, takes a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Pressing high and with purpose. Thuram spots it and intercepts. And it's Son Heung-min. And here's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Engages and forces him off the ball. Seedorf. And this is Cruyff.
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that is a little undercooked. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Approaching the half-hour mark. And that could set him on his way. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's definitely onside. Oh, nice touch. He's in a great position here. And that has been knocked clear. Well, that is good. Son Heung-min! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And this is a great chance to take a lead. And this is Roberto Carlos. Oh, sweet feet. And it's played in. Maldini gets it away. And he's managed to get rid. And this is Ronaldo. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. That is a brilliant interception. And now they can clear their lines. Aimed beyond the defence. Now that's well seen too. Referee's given a throw. Son Heung-min. Here's Vieira. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Roberto Carlos. That's tidy. Cruyff. Nicely shaped ball. And he welcomes it in. Cleared away. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And for the first half, that is that. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. Away we go again.
Chonburi really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting
Cruyff! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. What a throw in. And here's Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And we have our very first corner. Thuram is there, and he can get that clear. That's a good run down the left. And it's Seedorf. Maldini. Oh, important interception. Rummenigge in the hunt and looking threatening. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. That has been knocked clear. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Mbappe. Vieira wins the duel this time. Messi. Vieira. Rummenigge, spread out to the left. And he shoots! What a wonderful goal! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
The first breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's the throw. That's good defending, very good defending.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So we have
Number
movement on
25,
both benches.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 17, Messi. Coming on the field, number 23, Jan Koller. Number 9, Beckham. Substitution.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Corner number 2 then. Beckham goes short. Delivers the ball. Impressive jump.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Applies the finish! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Son Heung-min. Number 19.
Rummenigge being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
No way through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And this is Del Piero. Lahm plays it in. And he's quick to get rid. Taken back almost at once. Araujo. Chonburi are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Played back to the goalkeeper, Buffon, the great organiser of defence. Threads one in. Mbappe and there's the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
Oh, a delicate chip through.
Chonburi clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And a chance! And that really should have been that.
Mbappe really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Beckham. Now it's Beckham. Knocks it into space. Lahm delivers. Terrific effort! It's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number
There is
16,
some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Manchester United restore parity.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
That's been cut out, well played. Goes for the shot! Boy, he struck that clean. Bullet, renowned for his long-range shooting. And it's Del Piero.
There will be 5 minutes added.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
And this is Bullet. Del Piero, and Del Piero! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Del Piero is offering a wry smile there.
Deftly away. Five minutes to add. And it's Beckham. And that signals the end. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well.
Shot, surely!
The most accurate pass.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
Seedorf. It's Bellingham.
Bellingham makes a dash for it.
Seedorf. Chonburi couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing.
He's through here.
And it's Son Heung-min.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Del Piero! Del Piero! Cleared away.
Tries to play it through.
Son Heung-min
Has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
played back into the centre.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Del Piero. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Buffon with the clearance. Seedorf did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Desailly
Seedorf.
going forward.
Yaya Toure.
And it's Bellingham.
Well, that is one way to stop him. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's good running with the ball. Now it's Cruyff.
Now, can they get him away?
Great chance! Oh, it's a goal! But oh, it's offside.
Well, I think he knew, Peter, the way he sheepishly looked across.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Vieira. Now it's Del Piero.
Bellingham knocks it into space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hangs one in.
That's a decent clearance.
Roberto Carlos.
He is always looking to play quality balls.
Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Seedorf. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And he can clear it away. Now Yaya Toure. Back where it came from. And he tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Bellingham! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And he's being shifted off it. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. Son Heung-min is there to clear. And now they can spring out of defence.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Del Piero. Big chance! They've scored!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
So a temporary halt to the action. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Chonburi definitely happy with the way they've gone about things in the first half. Could they have turned more of their chances into goals? They can't let that be their regret now.
Chonburi can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Chonburi leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Oh, he's having a go! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 3 coming up. And he thumps it clear. Takes a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Messi. Defending was strong and firm. Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, split-second reaction.
Del Piero is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And the shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Thuram. Vieira. Araujo, a player who needs no introduction. Del Piero being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Maldini calmly anticipates. Now it's Son Heung-min, and he's worked it through. Oh, chance for a shot! And that's in!
business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's destined for the flank.
Roberto Carlos. There's the header! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfect.
Real chance!
So again, we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely feet.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
And here's Azar.
Chonburi do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Son Heung-min. Now it's Messi.
Rummenigge.
And it's Roberto Carlos.
Vieira is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So we have
Number
movement
11,
on both benches.
Son Heung-min. Number 19, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 21,
Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that.
Number 17,
Rummenigge
Messi.
charging forward, the ball at his
on the
feet.
field, Number 21.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here?
Number
Neither is prepared to
23,
back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Number 10, Bullet. Number 9, Beckham.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Beckham. Out of play for a throw. Mateus. He's felt that, hasn't he? Mateus. Rummenigge looking to add to his goal. Mbappe. Oh, look, chance! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Chonburi have their lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what...
Mbappe! And a neat finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Chonburi now in a position far more desirable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Beckham. Beckham carries the ball down the right. And that's a throw-in. And it's Lahm. Can he latch on to this? He's got away.
6 added minutes has been
Another
indicated.
throw-in. Beckham hangs in a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, there's the clearance. It's gone for a throw-in. Desai. And play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And they can counter here. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument.
Located by the entrance gate.
Terrific recovery. A really fine win, that, Jim Beglin.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.